Hello YouTubers and weavers. I haven't done a weaving video in ages. You've probably noticed that. Why? Well, there's an old saying that only God is perfect and people make mistakes. And in this case, my loom made a very serious mistake when it was in cahoots with my warping board and the way it was counting the threads that went on to this project. I started this 2.5, almost 3 months ago, and after I got it onto the loom and started threading the heddles, I realized that the loom and the warping board had made some serious counting mistakes, and I was so mad at them that I stopped working on the project for a couple of months. So let me take you around the back of the loom and just give you a visual idea of what I see there and what the problem is, and then we'll get on with what I'm doing now that I've finally suppressed my anger at it after my fantastic vacation down in New Orleans and Lafayette, Louisiana, and the area around there. So let's go take a quick look at the back of the loom. All right, there's the back of the loom. Obviously I'm not done with the warping and going through the heddles and the reed and stuff like that. I'm slaying the reed now. But we're far enough in back. If you look here at these red threads, and then over here at these, and these, then over here at these, and you'll notice that there's more red here and here than there is here and here. Now the pattern I'm making is a Scottish tartan. It happens to be my family tartan, and there should be as many red here and on the other side as there are here and here. But you can see that there's more. So as I said, my warping board conspired with my loom, without telling me about it, to somehow get 36 more red threads in this batch and in this batch than there should have been. I don't know how it did that. Furthermore, it conspired to have 4 less green threads in this batch than there should have been. Again, I don't know how that happened. But obviously my equipment is in cahoots in a grand conspiracy to cause a problem here. So what I'm working on, and maybe we'll see this from the other side. Let's walk around there. You can see I'm just beginning to slay the reed. This is intended to be double weave, and by that I mean I'm intending to weave a woolen blanket that is twice as wide as the loom itself. Okay, I'm sitting back down again. As I said, this is going to be double weave. It's a woolen project. This is the yarn that I showed you, was it November or December, I guess, when I did the opened the box and showed all those colors that I had ordered. That was, I think, early December. And then I got around to setting it up and counting out the warp in January. And as I started pulling it through the heddles, I realized I'd made a mistake, and oh well. So here I am finally working on it. So this will be double wide. If you go back a while, I did a sample double width blanket on the smaller loom. So we're going to go over one way on the top, come down and come back the other way on the bottom, go back across on the bottom, go up to the top, and go back across on the top. And we'll just repeat that so we get kind of a U shape with the weft when I do this. And that's the goal that I've got for this project. The yarn that I'm using is Harrisville Designs Shetland weight. And my intention on this in each layer is to be 15 ends per inch. 15 ends per inch in 2 layers is 30 ends per inch grand total because it's double weave. And I don't have a 15 dent reed, so I'm doing this in a 10 dent reed. So that means to get 15 ends per inch in a 10 dent reed, where it's 10 dents per inch, I'm having to count out 2, then 1, then 2, then 1 in each dent. And I'm alternating it, so say in the first dent I have 2 from the top layer. Then I'll put 1 from the bottom layer. The next dent I'll do 2 from the bottom layer and 1 thread from the top layer. Then 2 from the top layer and 1 from the bottom layer. Then 2 from the bottom layer and 1 from the top layer. So you can see I'm alternating back and forth, and slaying the reed like that is kind of a slow process. I have to be real careful how I'm doing this. So that's what I'm working on. It'll be a while before you actually see any weaving out of this, but I'm just letting you know that I'm finally back to weaving again after taking a month or so off. There's one other thing that I really want to show you about what I'm doing now. Well, I shouldn't say about what I'm doing. It has nothing to do with this pattern, but it's about a modification I made to this loom recently. And you can see I don't have my fancy spider lamp up there turned on. Now granted, it's daytime. Look outside. It's April and there's snow in Wisconsin. I mean, you know, that's atrocious. But anyways, you can see I've got a fair amount of light here, and the only light you can see is this one, which I'm going to turn off. Still a lot of light here, huh? So here's the deal. I recently went to the local home improvement store in our neighborhood. It's one called Menards, and bought a couple of under-counter LED light strips. And you can see them here. They're underneath the little shelf that's on the front of my loom. They're plugged in, of course, at the wall over on the far side. And I've attached them with just a little bit of double-sided permanent sticky tape. They're very lightweight and provide a very good light right in my work area. Now granted, it's not on this side of the reed as much as you might think, but if we move the beater bar back, I've still got good light right in front. And for working with threading the heddles, which you can see are all threaded here, and for slaying the reed, which you can see is what I'm currently working on, these lights stuck up under there are fantastic. They cost me, I think they were around $25 each. And to my mind, very well worth the expense. So to anyone who's got a loom and some kind of place up near the top here, like I do, to attach lights like that, I can't recommend enough the ability to have extra light right in your work area. So I would recommend this to anybody. These lights are designed to work out in your kitchen. You put them under a kitchen cabinet and along that over your kitchen work area. But they're great for on a loom. And the way these are set up, you can chain them together. And I'm just very happy with that. So that's the good news about what I'm doing. And I just had to show you that because I think it's a fantastic little addition to this loom.
There's a good old Scottish custom that has stood the test of time. It's a custom that's been carried out in every land and clime. Where brother Scots foregather, it's aye the usual thing. Just before we say good night, we fill our cups and sing. Just a wee Deoch An Doris, just a wee drap that door, just a wee Deoch An Doris, before we gang a war. There's a wee wifey waiting, and a wee button then. If you can say it's a brabrecht, moonlight night, will you're all right, you can. Just a wee Deoch An Doris, just a wee drap that door. Just a wee Deoch An Doris, before we gang a war. There's a wee wifey waiting, and a wee button vein. If you can say it's a brabrecht, moonlight night, well you're all right, you can. I like a man that is a man that's straight and fair, a sort of man who will and can, and all things do his share. I like a man, a jolly man, the sort of man you know, the chap that slaps your back and says, man, joke before we go. Just a wee Deoch An Doris, just a wee drap at all, just a wee Deoch An Doris, before we gang a war. There's a wee wifey waiting, and a wee button then. If you can say it's a brabrecht, moonlight next, well you're all right, you can. Just a wee Deoch An Doris, just a wee drap at all, just a wee Deoch An Doris, before we gang a war. There's a wee wifey waiting, and a wee button then. If you can say it's a brabrecht, moonlight next,